Welcome to episode 54 of the Mile 20 podcast where epic shit happens. My name is Lori and I'm here with my bestie,
Laura.
and her daughter,
Maddie.
This is when you say your name, Mad.
Surprise guest today. If you're new to our podcast, we are two best friends that have run a marathon in all 50 states. We travel extensively. We're into adventures, running,
Backpacking, cooking,
family,
doing fun activities, going to bars,
all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yes, we travel a lot. So what we cover on our podcast is we kind of review different marathons that we've run, the travel experience that we had around it, and we just have recommendations, and we also talk about our daily lives.
And you don't need to be a runner to listen to us.
No.
Because, man, we go to some really cool fucking places and we give some really cool tips on great places to eat and visit. And this episode will be one of those.
Yes. Today we are covering the Mesa Falls Marathon, which was our Idaho marathon.
Idaho.
And
It never gets old.
Maddie, was this your second marathon?
Yes, it was my second.
Yes.
It was the Redemption Marathon. And we can talk about that in a little while and why this was called Maddie's Redemption Marathon.
It was Maddie's Redemption
If anybody has listened, for those who have listened to us, if you go back to our New Orleans episode, and that was Maddie's first marathon.
That was a shit show.
And we will give you a little bit of context of why this one was the Redemption Marathon.
Yes. Usually during our podcast and also while we're marathoning, we have a Mile 20 beverage.
Yes.
But this week, I think our Mile 20 beverage is kind of boring. I'm drinking water.
Yeah, dude. I think I mentioned it during our last episode. I've put on a couple of pounds, and so as a family, we're going on vacation here in a couple weeks, and I got to get my fat ass in a bathing suit, and it was like a reality check. So I actually started doing a program that I did in early 2024 called Be Balanced, and it's a program that mixes. It just focuses on hormone balance with like the type of foods that you eat. And it basically puts my body into ketosis and makes me a burning fat machine.
Yes.
So I'm kind of hoping that like I see like some light at the end of the tunnel because it might be a really, really interesting vacation. My body does a lot of really incredible things. You and I have talked about body image.
Yes.
But my bathing suits don't fit me right now.
Yes. Which, as a sidebar, can also just be what happens as menopausal ladies as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those things happen.
It does. So that's why I'm drinking water.
I am drinking water because I feel like I've been on a 2-week bender.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other thing that we do every episode is we talk about what we did epic wise.
Yes.
Like what was our epic week update. So Lori, being that you are talking about being on a 2-week bender,
it's about to become a 3-week bender.
Yes. So why don't you share what your epic week update is? Because we're happy that you're back in Pennsylvania today because of your travel woes.
Yeah, that was a challenge. So this past weekend, my mom turned 75 in January. All she wanted all she wanted for her birthday was to freaking go to Vegas.
And you were so happy about that.
It was the last place I wanted to go. I've been to Vegas, so everything I'm about to say comes from that perspective. So like we've done the Bellagio, we've stayed there. I've stayed at, I think, the Venetian or Paris, one of those. I mean, I've gone and I've done Vegas, normal Vegas, and Mom just was like, whether you take me or not, I'm going to Vegas. And I'm like, okay.
So you took her to Vegas.
So we took her to Vegas.
You and Dave.
We did it a little differently in that we stayed off the strip, but like right off the strip at a Holiday. I'm sorry.
Hotel.
Not Holiday.
Holiday Inn. I
know. It's
you just wanted me to say it.
I did. We stayed at the Hampton Inn and Suites in the Las Vegas City Center.
Okay.
And it was actually really nice. We did have like anywhere between 10 and $15 in Ubers for Nana. We could have walked it. If it was Dave and I, we could have walked
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But with Nana, we Ubered back and forth
I know
to the
exactly where
strip.
you're talking about, where you stayed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was actually nice. Like
Yeah.
I really,
I've actually stayed there on a business trip
yeah,
where you're just like just right off the strip.
just
Like
right off.
it's close enough where you could walk to it,
Yes,
but yeah.
but it was
But you're not in the
cool,
fray.
and you're
Yeah.
not like there's not like slot machines in the lobby. It was actually really nice. I
Or
preferred that.
people throwing like, porn cards at you,
Yeah, yeah,
like, when you're like walking into your hotel.
yeah. It was very quiet, and I enjoyed that. But we booked. Oh, so we got there on Thursday. We booked Thursday night
Oh,
because that was a Cirque du
oh,
Soleil.
oh,
Yes.
oh.
That Nana wanted to do. So we did that. Friday night, we did this really cool thing. Oh my God, I never laughed so hard in my life. They're called the Razzle Dazzle Review, but they do a James Brown slash Motown thing because my mom loves James Brown. I have never laughed so hard in my life because the main guy was so into character, but like yet just kind of just missed actually being I it's really hard to explain. I don't want to make fun of him because like it was very entertaining, but I wasn't sure whether it was supposed to be that funny or not. Does that make sense?
So he was so much in character, it almost made it like comical.
Yes, because it just kind of missed.
Like it went over the top just a little bit too much.
Well, like he would like do the microphone, like throw
Yeah,
the
yeah,
microphone on the
yeah,
top of your foot and kick it back,
yeah.
which he did successfully a couple of times and then missed,
Okay.
and he'd do like the split and I mean, it was good. It was good. I was very entertained. Nana was entertained.
Okay.
It's off the strip in the Ahern Hotel, and like it was us and like 15 other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there wasn't a lot of people there, but they were really so good. And the one woman who does like Dana Ross, she was fabulous.
What did your
Like,
mom
really,
enjoy it?
she did.
That's all that's all that matters.
We had a great time. They sang happy birthday to her. It was
Oh,
really sweet.
great.
And then the last night we were there, we're supposed to be there. I'm doing that in air quotes. We had reservations. I got us reservations for the Vault, which is a speakeasy at the Bellagio.
Nice.
It was amazing. However, don't step foot in there if you're not willing to spend over $30 for one drink. Really, it was closer to $50 to $100. They had
You were
drinks.
expecting that though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was. And they have drinks in the back of the menu that are market price. I don't even know what that is because their menu ended at $100 drink. So I'm like,
The pictures of, because you showed me the pictures of that place. I think when we were in Austin
Yeah.
last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and I remember looking at the pictures of just the drinks, and it looked like food porn, or like,
yes.
I just used the word porn twice now, 3 times in our podcast. That's really disturbing, and I don't know
You're
why.
gonna get flagged.
She's got porn on the mind.
I don't know why, but it looked like drink porn.
Yes.
5 times now, is that? I could create a drinking game right now on our podcast.
How many times is Laura going to say porn?
So yeah, the drinks looked beautiful.
They
The
were.
presentation looked just stunning.
It was really cool. And it is very hard to find. There are no signs that say the
Oh,
Vault
nice.
anywhere. So, like,
kind of like a true
like I
speakeasy.
had to Google how to access this place because you would never know it's there without looking for
Nice.
it.
Maddie, have you been to Vegas? I don't think you have.
Not yet.
No. Oh.
You got to go once at least.
I have that vibe that Matthew and I just will not vibe with Vegas. Although I think he's been.
I don't vibe with Vegas either.
But wait, let me finish because there is some parts of Vegas you would vibe with. So then
Okay.
after the Vault, we went to this guy. Jeremy Ford is he's a Iron Chef winner. He's got a Michelin star.
Okay.
His
Good for him.
restaurant is Stubborn Seed, and we did like one of those 6-course seatings with wine pairing. Everything we tasted was amazing.
Oh, good.
Service was amazing. Highly recommend if you go to Vegas or Miami, because it is in both places.
Oh, wow.
Highly recommend Stubborn Seed. It was delicious. Fabulous. Weather came in. We were supposed to leave Sunday. It got canceled. Our
Yeah, we
flights
got
canceled.
some snow here in the Northeast.
Yeah, so we got home late last night. So that left us most of Sunday.
Was Tuesday night.
Yes,
Not
Tuesday
Sunday,
night.
but
Sorry.
Tuesday night. Yeah.
Yeah, we got home Tuesday night, so I left us all of Sunday and all of Monday because my mom left early. So we rented a car and we went to Hoover Dam on Sunday and
Love
did the
that.
full tour of the inside, which was fabulous.
Fascinating, isn't it? How that was
Yes.
built. Yeah.
Well, and the Art Deco inside, the
Yeah.
tile, the brass doors on the outside, even if you just drive over it, it is so cool. 1938, and the craftsmanship on that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very cool. Highly recommend. And then the next day, Dave kind of had to work half a day, and I decided to go explore parks. Here you go, Maddie. Ready? So there's I think this one required reservations and was part of it wasn't a national park, it was like a national recreation, whatever that is. It's Red Rock Canyon. And I'm
Mhm.
glad we did that first. There's all sorts of hiking in there. I did a quick trail run because I had to do my mile.
Yep.
Beautiful scenery because you're up in the mountains and you would never know that Vegas was there and it was less than an hour drive.
Yeah.
Same with,
Oh, cool.
Jim and I have driven through there.
yeah,
Yeah.
same with
It's
Hoover
beautiful.
Dam.
It's all red rocks.
And then Dave got off of work and we had between 2 and 5:30 because the sun was setting to go out to Valley of Fire, which is a state park in Arizona. That was cool. That had 4 times the Red Rock that Red Rock Canyon had. Gorgeous drive. We did a really two really cool hikes. They had like petroglyphs and stuff.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool day. So there's tons of stuff to do
Mhm.
surrounding Vegas. Like if you wanted to just go in and just do one night to say you did it, like
Yeah.
you're also like just a couple of hours, 2.5 hours from Zion and like 2 or 3 hours from the Grand Canyon's western edge. So, you know,
Gotcha.
And
yeah,
there's tons of shows and concerts and stuff,
fabulous spas.
yes, the good, great spas,
Bellagio is a gorgeous
great
spa.
shopping. So yeah, so it's not all gambling and stuff like that. I don't gamble, mad. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I remember going to Vegas like when like it was like two or three companies ago, and it just seemed like every single leadership meeting was in Vegas. I think one year I went to Vegas like 4 or 5 times, and I was like I do not want to step foot in Vegas again. It can get to you, after a
Well,
while,
it's just not any of the things I
it's not
value.
my jam.
I don't
Yeah.
shop. The shows are good, the spas are good,
But
and
there's
that's
like
all I have to say
so
about it.
many, yeah, there's so many other places to go. All right, so glad that you were able to you kept sending us pictures about like, making lemonade with lemons.
Yes.
So had no doubt in my mind you would find things to do while
Hell
you were
yes.
stuck out in the warm weather while we were shoveling out here. So Maddie, you and I pretty much had the same epic weekend update. So you wanna talk about what happened this past weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I had a true treat this weekend where my husband had told me that we were going to go to the villa, so down to Maryland. We are going to have a chill weekend where I could kind of reset and I don't know, kind of shake some of the work stress. And we get there on Thursday night, and I'm talking about trying to grocery shop the next day. And Matthew's like, "No, we don't really need to grocery shop. Why would we need to do that this weekend? We're gonna go out for your birthday, and it'll be fine. We'll just get meals as we go." I'm like,
Because you just turned 30 on
"Yes,
like
yeah,
last week. So yeah.
yep, yes." This was also for my 30th birthday that my husband and I were gonna chill. So then Friday night rolls around. I'm maybe like a glass or two of scotch deep, and we get our pizza delivery at the door, and it's not actually a fucking pizza delivery. It's three of my best friends from college
Oh,
at the
that's the
front fucking
best.
door. They're hiding in the goddamn bushes with little frog glow things.
They were totally hiding in the front bush, and I wasn't supposed to come down until Saturday because I had told her that I was going to come down on Saturday.
Mhm.
Then I show up on Friday, and I'm like, crap, the girls aren't here yet. So I had like all this food and stuff in my Jeep, so I couldn't pull anything out of the Jeep yet because I'm like, she's going to be like, Mom, why do you have like
Yeah,
food
what's
for
all of
like
this
20
food?
people? So I'm like straightening things up, and Matthew's laughing at me because like, Daddy leaves stuff around the house down there. And so like I'm picking things up. He doesn't always, but like there were some boxes and stuff that I had him bring down. So I'm like straightening things up. I'm like fixing
Which
the
is
the blanket on
not,
the couches, like,
it's not out of character for you though. Like you
I know
always
that.
do
I
that.
I know that. And that's why I was like, this is a really, really good thing, right? And so then the doorbell rings and Maddie's like, Mom, was that the doorbell? And I was like, I
I don't
don't
even
I
know
don't
where
know
the
what the
doorbell
doorbell
is,
sounds
by the
like
way.
here. I'm like, I didn't hear it. So like
You don't know what your doorbell sounds like? Can we just
No, no one
I
rings
don't
it.
know
for a
what the door
second?
I dude, I was like, I was telling some wicked lies. Like so
No
then
one uses it. I've
yeah.
never heard that doorbell.
And then I'm
I didn't
like,
even
and
know
I'm
where
like,
it was located.
Maddie, I don't even know if the doorbell's on the front door or like the side door. I was like, you just go check it out. I was like, it's probably just your pizza because I saw a car pull up in the driveway. And so yeah, so that's what made her go outside. So yeah, so like your three college buddies came, and then
Hmm.
you had like more college friends come, and then
Hmm.
law school friends come, and then the next day your aunt shows up, and who else?
Maggie shows up.
Maggie shows up, another law school friend. So there were a
Hmm.
total of 12 of us. And then
That's
and then Jim showed up later on Saturday afternoon. And what did we do on Saturday?
Well, Dad let the dogs lick some catfish, I think. And then
Yeah, they were smelly. They were really smelly.
and
Are
then
we going to talk
we
about
did
porn
like a
again?
big
No.
no. We did a big
Six.
like family style
Six,
dinner.
seven.
Oh my God. I cannot.
Sorry.
And
Sorry.
Matthew
Sorry.
made Matthew made a 6-7 joke recently. He was like, we should have our children on June 7th. And I was like, why would we have our children on June 7th? And he goes, 6-7. I was like, don't, no, never. Mm-mm, no. They're gonna be so clear of June.
So
It's not even
it's so bad.
funny.
It's so bad.
Anyway, yeah, it was a terrible joke. It was a dad joke through and through. He's ready, I swear. What's it called? No, so Saturday night we ended up we went to one of the local wineries in Maryland, which
The
was
Bohemia
absolutely
Manor.
gorgeous. Bohemia Manor. We learned that they're actually part of the same like company group as where Matthew and I got married. So that was a cool overlap.
Yeah, did not know
That's
that.
Um,
neat.
very tasty wine. Would absolutely suggest going there. They had a blueberry prosecco or sparkling wine that was
Ooh.
very,
We
very
all
good.
loved it.
Yeah,
I might have
everyone.
purchased a couple of bottles
In
for the
fact,
summertime. Yeah, the blueberry prosecco was fabulous.
I was just thinking, are you going to bring a bottle? Did you have an extra bottle to bring to
I,
Cranberry
I bought
Lake?
I bought a couple bottles, but they are all at the villa right now. So sorry. Yeah. But yeah, I and then we did karaoke, right? On
Mhm.
Saturday night. Sunday I woke up and I could hardly talk because like we were like singing at the top of our lungs, which was it was so much fun. You just have such a wonderful group of friends and a wonderful husband to go and organize that. I'm glad I could cahoot with him.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I missed it, Maddie. It sounds in the pictures looked fabulous.
Yeah, it was a good time. Just a
Yeah.
You
lot of
didn't even
love.
see the pictures of my friends put their backs on the ground and their legs in the air looking like cockroaches.
No,
It's
I don't think I did
hilarious.
see that.
No, no, sometimes there are pictures that like you keep within your friend group.
They're terrific.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I'm so glad that we all had really, really fun weekends, very different weekends, but very, very fun. And just continue to go and enjoy each other. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Should we start diving into Mesa Falls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we ran this. This is the beginning of an absolute shit show of a year between 2021 and 2022 because we had decided at this point that we wanted to finish the 50 states December 2023 in Hawaii. So we had an end date
And a lot of
and
races
a
to still
lot of
run.
races. Yeah. So we actually, in a 1 year period, we always say 16. It's actually 17. We did 16 different states, but we also ran Rome
Oh,
that year. So we actually ran 17
we did
marathons
17
in a year.
marathons in a year. Go us.
Yeah. So this is the beginning. This is the very first race of the insanity, Mesa Falls, Idaho, which we ran in August 28th of 2021.
We're kind of on pace. We've done 8 marathons in 7 months right now. Like just where we are right now.
I
Yeah.
blame Maddie.
Yeah.
I blame you.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm
Why
just
do you
saying.
blame me?
3 marathons in 3 weeks. I'm blaming you,
Yeah.
TK, for two of those.
Yeah. No, this is great. And I had never been to Mesa Falls, Idaho, and so it was kind of nice to visit that area. It's like, on it's actually like on the other side of the Tetons, right? Which we just
Yes,
talked about a couple weeks ago. So it was neat when, we landed and, being able to go and then see the Tetons
from the
from the
backside.
backside and being able to look at it going, I climbed in that shit.
Yeah.
How
Now
did that
you,
booty look?
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now you guys left earlier than Dave and I.
We did. So it was Jim, Maddie, and I, and we flew out of Philadelphia and flew into was it Idaho Falls?
Yep.
On the 26th of August. And so the next day on the 27th, when you and Dave flew in, Maddie, Jim, and I had rented a car and we made our way up to Yellowstone National Park. And we
Mhm.
spent probably a good majority of the day, just kind of tooling around in the park and then also going to West Yellowstone and hitting the Running Bear Pancake House in West Yellowstone, which had absolutely fantastic food. I'm not sure if it's still there or not. I did not do a check on that, but Running Bear, top notch, like
I
local,
love a good
just local,
breakfast.
local good breakfast place. But Maddie, what was your one highlight of Yellowstone?
Oh, it had to be a cross between or a tie between the bison basically like coming straight up to our car door
Yeah,
and thinking that the bison was going to charge the car.
Oh, that's always
Uh
fun.
and
they're
we
huge.
had either like a moonroof or we had a Jeep or something along those lines. So I think I was standing up with my head through the window and mom being the worried mother that she is, even for a like 25-year-old, she was like, Madeline, get your head inside the car. Oh my God, it's gonna get us. So there was that happening. And then the
They can
other,
stand on their legs and step up. So,
I fully understand
Yes,
how
I
much
know. I
danger
know.
I
I
was
know.
in.
I know. I got
I
your
still
back.
did it.
I got your back. I got your back.
Um, the other moment was walking into the Old Faithful Inn just because of the gorgeous high wood ceilings and I don't know, I like that cozy feeling in a space that just you feel like you're in the middle of a tree that's been artfully designed and I loved
Mm,
it.
Yeah, I
Um
feel like the Old
yeah.
Faithful Inn, every time I walk into it, gives me a hug.
I
It
agree.
just feels so homey. I love
I
that
want to
place.
Mhm.
sit on a leather couch with a glass of red wine and sit in the middle of that place. Like
You,
that's just
Oh,
that
with a
it just
nice
sucks me
book
in,
next to a
right?
fireplace.
Oh,
Hmm.
yes.
or in the rocking chair up on their second level
Oh,
deck,
Hmm.
yeah.
where you can be sipping on red wine,
And then
watching
looking,
Old Faithful falls,
yes.
Old Faithful shoot off
And
the geyser.
then people watch too,
Yeah.
like around you. Yeah, yeah. No, I liked the location of this because like, it wasn't just about the marathon. And we'll talk a little bit about excuse me, what we did after the marathon as well. But we rented an Airbnb and had
You rented a rock star. Was it Airbnb or VRBO, or were
it
they
was
both?
I don't remember.
I think
I think it was Airbnb. I think it could have been
been
one or
either.
the other. But it was in Henry's Fork, and it was right on the curve of a river, and like up on a cliffside.
Yeah, super cool.
And it was like an old cabin, just with a lot of character, fantastic back porch that we all sat in on. I don't know. There was just everything about that place I just absolutely loved.
I agreed. It
Yeah.
was probably up there with one of my favorite Airbnbs. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. No, that place was
Hmm.
absolutely phenomenal. So we met up with you and Dave then, and we ended up going and grabbing our race bibs.
Well, Dave
Oh,
and I flew into Idaho Falls.
yeah.
We had a quick lunch at Snow Eagle Brewing, which was pretty cool to
Yeah.
try out some local beers there. And checked out Idaho Falls. It actually does have falls.
It does.
Yes. So we checked out the falls in Idaho Falls, which is cool. But yeah, and then we met you guys at the Airbnb. Did I meet you at
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Airbnb or did we
You met
pack
us at
pick up?
the Airbnb, and then me, you, and Maddie went in to do the packet pickup, which was right in the town in Ashton, Idaho. And do you guys remember the potato sacks that we got?
Yes.
That was so funny. Like you pick up your bib and then they handed you actual like potato sacks, like if you
Yeah.
want to put any of your stuff inside of it. And it's like, that's a real potato
It
sack.
was a
Like,
real potato sack.
It was great. I
Absolutely.
should have kept it, but I couldn't justify flying with it with only a carry-on. So
yeah, I don't think I kept mine
I
either.
don't think I kept mine either, which is sad.
I know. I look back now and I probably should have, but I don't think I had any room in my bag. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So some of the perks of doing Mesa Falls. So they have a myriad of events over the course of the weekend. They have a 1 mile run, 5K, 10K, half marathon, marathon. Might have a relay. I think I saw something about a relay and results, but I can't say for sure. It is a small town race and it's
Very
very
small.
small. Very small. Like it's a packet pickup period. It had 121 people when we ran it, finish it in 2021. Last year was not much bigger at 129.
Which I appreciated that. I
Yeah.
appreciated there was at least like one part of the race I did not like, just kind of it being you and I,
Yes.
and we'll get into that here in a second. But for the most part, I mean, you kind of ran through nature like the entire time, which was really awesome.
Now they have changed the course up since we ran it.
Yeah.
The beginning, kind of the middle is the same, but the beginning part is different, and the end going into town is different. Because we were kind of dropped off in the middle of the national forest.
On like some dirt roads.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we ran a lot of dirt roads. Now they drop you off on the main scenic byway, and you run that most of the way in.
I actually liked running on the trails.
Well, I think it may be dirt road there as well because
Okay.
it still boasts that it's a mixture of trail,
Oh,
gravel,
good,
and
good,
road. So
good.
I'm not really quite sure what this new one is like. I just know that there's less turns.
Okay. Okay. No, well, that's good. I mean, and that one was a really, really early start.
Yes,
Do you remember like all of us leaving the house and because the boys had to go and drop us off,
in
and
the
I was
mhm.
like, and it was cold too. It was in the 40s, so
Yeah.
we ended up getting our bear onesies, and and we still have at least one bear onesie, right, Maddie? I know I still have one here at the house.
I no longer
I
possess
do
one.
not have it.
I
I
I
think
have
you
it
guys
here.
dropped two at one of the
Should
other
have worn it
marathons.
today.
You should have
I
worn
should
it
have worn
today,
it. I
except
would
you'd be
They
sweating in the
freaking
they
hot.
did
ass
a
off.
really cool thing with the gear that was dropped, that is not usually done in marathons. Like usually they just do a sweep and they'll donate whatever clothes are dropped at like the start of a marathon or any time during the marathon. But for this one in particular, they actually picked up everything and brought it to the finish. So if you wanted to recover like your jacket that you had in like sixth grade, you probably could, or Dave's sweatshirt, which Lori never got the opportunity to that one time. Um, but yeah, it was a cool little feature, that is, I don't know, unique, I guess, for a small town race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we were able to go and recover the bear, at least two of the bear costumes.
yeah.
Yeah. For the bear onesies.
Yeah. So other highlights about this marathon is it is a summer marathon, which if you are
Mhm.
wanting to do like a marathon a month or keep running marathons or looking for a summer activity, it is summer. It has moved from the end of August to mid-July. And I
Oh,
have no idea what the impact on that is for the weather. I would assume it'd be a little bit warmer, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It is a point to point with a net downhill, but it was a little rolly at times. So
Oh, especially at the end.
it's not full downhill.
Yeah.
There are some rollers, but it is a net down,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
The
is
the
nice.
the, the hills at the end kind of undulated like in between wheat fields
Yeah. Yeah.
that had just been cut.
are
Yeah.
you
Uh,
forgetting the 3 to 4 mile hill
yeah.
between, I think it was
Oh,
17
16,
and
16, 17.
Yes.
16 and like
Is
20?
that still there on
It
the
is still there on
Oh,
the
that was
course.
a
They still,
spicy.
yeah, they talk about that hill, the two and a
Oh.
half mile
I
hill.
had to gaslight myself so hard on that hill. It
Yes.
was a lot. Anyway, keep going. Rolling hills, wheat.
Yeah, well, and I ended up having like just some issues like breathing. My stomach was upset and stuff. They had just the night before we were sitting on our porch of our Airbnb,
We're like, what the hell's going on over
and
there?
I mean it was like in the middle of the night and lights and stuff like in the fields across the river, and so they were cutting the wheat fields the night before. So when we went and ran like the last 3 miles, there was all this like wheat dust in the air. But do you remember all the grasshoppers on the
Yes.
street? There were grasshoppers like everywhere, right? Because like they just like these the cutters just went and agitated up all these fields. Freaking bugs everywhere on the road. I was like, what is happening?
Maybe that's why they moved the
Maybe
It might
maybe it
be.
race.
is like they want it around like wheat cutting season, but
Yeah.
I am pretty convinced that I was having some type of like celiac response to all of the contaminated air that I was breathing into my lungs for 3 straight miles.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so too, because you were really
I
struggling
was,
with your
yes, I
breathing.
was really struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful course. Very, very scenic. So what is it called? The
Targhee, I think.
Targhee
Targhee
National
National
Forest.
Forest. Yeah.
Yeah, gosh, it was just so beautiful. We actually did run by Mesa Falls because you and I. So wait, hold on. Let me take a step back. The three of us, me, Maddie, and Lori, we all started the race together. And we just mentioned that, like Maddie, you had run a marathon. So this is your second marathon when you ran this in 2021.
Mhm.
And the first one was not great because we had been drinking the day before. We totally set you up for failure. You finished the race, but it was not a great race, right? So when you
Nope.
went into this one, you were like, I want to do better, right?
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to prove to myself that I could legitimately run a marathon instead of just puking my guts out the night before and then managing to get through one.
And that's what happens when you roll with us.
I should
It's
have guessed.
always a risk. We're
In
not sure how.
hindsight,
So
in
sorry.
hindsight, I should have guessed that New Orleans would be like that, but I didn't, and that's on me. Um, but yeah, Mesa Falls was absolutely beautiful, and also was has been my fastest marathon time, despite the terrible hill between multiple miles of
Yeah, because and
just
I can't remember at what mile you ended up splitting from
I feel
us.
like it was
three.
pretty early.
It was
Yeah, I was gonna
early.
say
Yeah,
three.
it was early because I think it was like basically like after we ditched our bear costumes or our bear onesies
Yeah.
because we took all those off at the same time, and then we were like, Maddie, go run your race, and you were like, bye, Felicia, and we were like, "Ugh, have a good one. So but yeah, that one hill, that was a spicy hill.
That's no
Definitely
joke.
spicy.
But here's the good news about that. You can take your time. There is no time cutoff for Mesa Falls. As a matter of fact, now they say if you are over like 6.5 hours or so, if they think that you're going to push that, they have a 4 a.m. start time
Oh, oh.
if you want. But there will be absolutely no amenities on the course until about 7 a.m., which I find weird because the start time is at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't have any amenities until 7. So maybe there was something funky on their
Okay.
website.
4 a.m. Oh,
But yes,
that's a trooper, man.
oh, we've started long runs at 4
I
a.m.
know, but
I
that's a
don't think
race.
our start was that early because we finished in early afternoon. Our start was later. It was dark out still,
It
but
was very
it
dark.
wasn't that early.
Maybe they're starting at 5:30 a.m. now because of the mid-July because you've
Yeah.
got you've got the full
I
day
don't know.
versus
I
summer.
just remember us getting up very, very early for that. Like that was an early race.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
was a very early race. And then we have a note here that there's huckleberry milkshakes for finishers.
Yes.
Those were delicious.
That's kind of cool.
Yes. I think I remember having mine, but I can't remember for sure whether we
I
had
did
that.
not have one because I have a lactose intolerance as well. So So I figured that with like the gluten stuff that I had going on with the wheat, I wasn't gonna go and like add to it and like, hey, let me go and add some lactose to my
No, I
body.
think that huckleberry milkshake was very tasty.
But man, that is the
I
one thing
remember
that
eating one.
You ate one? That's the one thing I love about the just going out into the Northwest. They have so many things with huckleberry
Yes.
offered in them.
It's so good.
You know, whether it be pastries and baked
Chapstick,
goods or chapstick.
lotion.
I have one of those left.
You know what that means.
We buy these little huckleberry chapsticks at like the national park,
It means I got to go back and get
and
some.
we know that when we start running out, we need to go back.
Twitch, twitch.
Yes.
Wait, weren't you just out there?
I was in Las Vegas. That's not Huckleberry. Were you
No,
up
that's not
there?
huckleberry. No, I haven't been in huckleberry country.
I haven't, but yeah, that's not Huckleberry country.
Yeah, that's like
Fair enough.
northwest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just overall great, and the staff was great.
Everybody
Both
was
for
super
packet
friendly.
pickup,
Yeah.
the beginning of the race, and then at the end, just people were just super, super nice. Great, like just small town, feel.
Yeah.
So small town. Do you remember trying to go and try to find some alcohol for our Airbnb?
No.
There was like this like little
Oh, that Dave's Jubilee. Is that where we wound up
yes,
getting it?
yes, this little dive of a place called Dave's Jubilee, and
Was that one where your Lamarca had like dust on it?
yes,
It had been sitting on the shelf for a while, and we're like, "No."
we were kind of questioning whether or not that should be consumed, but I
Yes.
think
I
it's
don't
go and
know
drink
if
it.
I was on that grocery run. I
Yeah,
think I might have stayed at the house. I
it was a
mean, that would
Jubilee.
track because
Yes.
of talking to Matthew at the time. We had like just started dating, so I was like, "Can I get on the phone instead?" You
You're
guys
Oh,
like,
are like,
dude,
"Forget
you
you."
guys were on the phone for like 2.5 hours.
I know, and Lori and I were like, do you remember when like, you were at that stage in your relationship with your spouse? And I
Yeah.
was like, that was a long time ago.
And not that I was listening in on your conversation at all, but listening to the two of you guys chat back and forth, I just thought it was so sweet. And I'm like, ooh, this one's different. That's what I thought. I'm like, this one's different.
I do remember that as well. So then after the race, we really didn't do a whole lot. Like we went back to the Airbnb. I do remember the five of us driving, and we drove out to go watch the sunset that night.
Yeah.
Because Maddie was leaving the next morning, right? You flew out
No,
early.
I had one more day, and then I was flying out on like Monday morning so that I could get to classes because I was in law school at the time.
Oh, I thought you flew out like the very next day.
Yeah, because what
Mm-mm.
we flew out
Because we
Monday and
I went
you
You
didn't
didn't do an
kayak
extra
with
you didn't
us.
do an extra day with us. Yeah.
I went fly fishing with the boys,
Oh, she went fishing with the boys. That's why I
and
don't
you
remember
guys went
kayaking with
kayaking.
me.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
then I didn't remember that.
You guys flew back on like Tuesday, and I couldn't justify that because I had just gotten into classes because it was the end of August. It's like
Yeah.
the first week of classes, and I was missing a class. I was like, and I was that law student in my second year where I was like, I can't miss any classes. So,
No, yeah, yeah. All right. So then you went fly fishing. Lori and I
mhm.
went kayaking, but we really didn't kayak.
No, we floated and drank.
We floated and drank. It was absolutely wonderful. Is
There
that where
was
you saw the mink?
yes.
Yeah.
There was that and
Like
then
a live mink, like an
yes.
animal
Like
mink.
there was something very long and it wasn't
Wait, that's what she said.
stop with the porn already. No.
Laura Lee's got something on the mind.
So sorry, listeners.
It wasn't, I don't think it was an otter because it was smaller.
I think it was a mink.
We think it was a mink, yeah.
Yeah.
And we also saw, we could see tons of fish in the water too. The water was
They were
so,
huge.
yeah. We went out from Max in River Adventure kayak rentals where we rented our kayaks. And
They were great.
it was a little far of a drive but not bad. I
It
think it was
wasn't
like
bad.
30 minutes
Yeah,
or
it wasn't
so.
bad.
Yeah. And then there was a really cute Mexican place, Cafe Saber, that was like right nearby. And
That
I
was
remember
good.
us having margaritas after that
That
too.
was yeah, that was really good. Yeah, we
And hence
And
why
then
I'm drinking water right
and
now.
then the boys picked us up. Do you remember then also seeing the white pelicans?
Yeah, oh yeah. Which was so cool because they were I mean, they must have been in their northern nesting area or on their way north. No, or on their way south because it was
Yeah.
the fall, late fall, early fall.
Early fall. This
Either
is
way,
August, at least
they were
August.
hanging out in the river near our Airbnb, and it was really cool. If you get to see white pelicans, that is a special sight.
Absolutely.
They're rare, at least over by where we are. We never get to see them. I have seen them in Florida, in Southwest Florida before
Do you
during
remember
the
where
winter.
we also didn't we also see them in Nebraska?
We did see them in Nebraska. It was really weird.
Who knew?
They lay over there too. Idaho and Nebraska, white
Yep.
pelican.
There we go. There we go.
It
Um,
does feel weird because they shouldn't like a pelican in the middle of the country. It just
yeah.
feels odd.
Yeah, but the two things that I really loved that we did, the five of us, is at some point in time, we it was, I can't remember what night it was, but it's so dark out there because there's no light pollution.
Hmm.
And we ended up all like laying outside like on the grass, and we were like just looking at the Milky Way, right? And then we were looking for satellites, right, as they were going
Hmm.
across the sky. It was almost like you were in the stars, like the
Yeah.
sky. I mean, when they call it like big sky country, like this is part of the experience. So if you love the outdoors and you're looking for, stuff, you're just for yourself or for your family, friends, this is like a great marathon, a great location to even like, spend a couple days and do some fly fishing, do some really, really fun things outside.
Well, and you can access Yellowstone
Yes,
with
and
the Grand Tetons.
yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah.
and I want to say like Yellowstone was maybe like a 2 hour drive,
Yeah.
and it wasn't hateful at all. And then the other thing that I loved is that we went, and because we were exploring a little bit, the five of us, and it was right around sunset. And when they talk about Purple Mountain's majesty,
Yeah.
man, I have a picture of how the mountains just completely turned like this lavender purple color, and that was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
Absolutely
That
spectacular.
sunset sticks out in my brain as a like a top 10 sunset of
Yeah,
all time.
yeah. You remember that one, man?
I have
Yeah,
pictures of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the stars are like starting to shine. I also have a picture of we at some point saw a bald eagle while
Mm.
just standing on the porch of the house.
Yeah.
And then I think at another point we saw a moose with a baby moose.
Oh, that's right. In the river, they were
Yeah, it was drinking on the river.
crossing the river. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh,
They
we
were
also
moose,
I feel like
not elk.
we also speculated in possibly seeing a bear on the other side of the from the porch when we were
Yes,
looking across the river. There was something moving
yes.
in the distance, and we're like, "Is that a
Yeah, and
bear?"
we tracked that thing for like an hour. All right, so
Yeah.
now let's talk about like my most creepy moment with you,
Oh,
probably
yes.
ever on a course. So there was a point in time on the course where we were running on this really cool like trail. It was a good groomed trail.
Yeah, it's right near where you hit Mesa. You can see
You
Mesa
could see
Falls.
Mesa Falls,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So we're running along the river, and all of a sudden we come across like this patch of grass. And when I tell you, like it was like a bunch of bones,
It was like a half-eaten carcass.
half eaten carcass of something. And like it was so eaten, like we did not know like really what it was, but it was a very big animal
Yes.
that had been partially eaten. And we were like, holy crap, like what the hell ate that? What could eat something that big? Oh, it had to be a bear. I have never seen you like skedaddle so fast. Like
Because the one thing that you know when you're out there is that if there is a fresh carcass, like a something that's
they could smell it.
half eaten, usually they come back to it. And I'm like, I don't want to be here when he comes back for the rest of that.
And
So we're gonna go.
I think we were doing like negative splits after that, like at
Yeah.
least for like the next like 2 miles,
I
It
wouldn't
was
have messed
like,
it around.
but that was a first. That was a first and only. Actually seeing like a really, really big half dead animal on the course.
Yeah.
See, I don't even remember that happening because I
Probably because
must
you
have
were
Probably because
passed
you were
it.
fun
running
running.
fast and yeah.
But then, like, I remember seeing the very large scat along the
Yeah, that
trail and
that
like
was
all the berries in the scat. I was like, I don't like that I'm alone right now.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
So,
and that's my earlier mention of like I liked being alone and it was nice, but it was like also like I don't have bear spray. I'm not running with bear spray right now.
However, we do play our music out loud. So, like anything around us, I'm sorry, Maddie, not you, but us could hear us coming.
Well,
Like,
girl, at that point in time, I was doing my just making noises so that way, if there were any animals in the vicinity, they were hopefully getting quickly out of the way. So
Hmm.
yeah.
yeah, that was totally memorable. And then Maddie, when you think about like the marathon and just the overall experience, like what's your impression of this one?
Uh, it was probably the most scenic mm, it's tied with Medoc for the most scenic. It's a very different feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Medoc, you don't feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. You're just in the middle of grapevines and chateaus. And you feel pampered a little as much as you can in 93-degree heat. Um, the the Idaho Marathon, it felt like such a connection to nature and just like kind of showing off the different things that you can do in it without, trying to like control it in a way. That's a weird way to put it. But I don't know. I would absolutely do Mesa Falls again. If that's part of the question here. But even at the beginning of this conversation, it occurred to me like, a July marathon might not be so bad. I haven't actually chosen the things on my slate this year, so that might make an appearance. Who knows?
Well, we haven't decided our slate for the rest of the year either. We have Myrtle Beach
No, we
and
have stuff through March
we
right now.
and
Well, and then we have Berlin and Philly,
Philly, but
but
we've got a
yeah,
big blanks to fill out
yeah, we
right
got
now.
got like
I've
kind of a
also
spattering.
got a lot of travel to sort through when it comes to work, so I'm gonna try to figure that out
Yeah, yeah,
first
yeah, yeah,
before
yeah. But
committing.
you
Yes.
know, you know where we're at. You know where we're at, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just keep us
yeah.
posted on that one.
All right. So the swag for this, Lori, you are wearing the shirt. You still own the shirt. I don't know, Maddie, if you do or not. I do not.
I do. I didn't throw it on today just
It's
because
okay.
I rolled straight from work into this. So
That's okay. That's okay.
I don't mind this shirt. It's just kind of plain. You have like a simple little front, what do you call that? Side patch,
Yeah, like a pocket patch.
pocket patch that says Mesa
It was the
Falls.
25th anniversary of the race too, the year that we did it.
Yeah.
Oh, who knew?
I
Nothing on
actually,
the back, no sponsors or anything, and don't love
mhm.
the V-neck.
Yeah, I don't love the V-neck
But
and
it's
that
comfy.
it's yeah, it was like it was purple, and I
It
just
is purple.
I didn't mind the fit of the shirt. I just didn't wear it a whole lot, so that it
Yeah.
just again just had to go and make room. And then the medal that we received was actually wooden. Oh, Maddie's got hers. So for people who are on YouTube, you can see it. Maddie, you want to describe the medal to everybody?
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's wooden with the kind of like logo of the marathon burned into the wood, and it has the title, the anniversary year, and then it's got like a picture or a depiction of the falls
Which I love.
themselves. And it's simple without being too simple. I think it's very nice.
That is actually really great. It's simple without being too simple.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
perfectly put.
And I think I liked it like a lot when we got it because it was wood and it just I don't know we just had spent like a couple hours out in like the thick of nature and stuff and I don't know I absolutely loved it so
Yeah.
It
yeah.
also has the year that the marathon started, which was my birth year. And that tracks because I turned 25 in 2021. And that also is interesting because that would make this year the 30th.
Wow.
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 Anyway,
Wait
That face right there.
wait and you turned 30? Oh, huh.
oh,
Mm,
what? I'm 30.
just I'm just saying okay.
That's
Well,
interesting how
Lori,
these things develop,
Lori,
isn't it?
so as we're now meandering like around tiptoeing around this like would you run this one again?
Well, I would say I would recommend it, but I still feel like maybe we need to do our research before we run it again. I don't know.
I know.
I love that area. I loved it. I
I
did
would
love
run
it.
it. I would run it again. I
Fine,
would
I'll
rec
run it again
No,
if you
well,
guys want me
I
to.
I would I would recommend this one. I would run it again. But knowing that Idaho is a really, really big state and there might be other races, totally open to that. I had sent you one about like some potato, the Yukon potato
Yes.
something or other, the Idaho potato race. I mean, the folks get into this stuff with like festivals and stuff associated with it. So yeah, more to come, if and when we run Idaho again. But definitely would recommend this
I
one
think that's a
to folks.
when, not if.
I know.
I didn't say
So
it.
I know. So next week's episode 55,
Whoop, whoop.
we are going to interview a great pal of ours. His name is Bob Weinhold. And Bob, we had mentioned him a couple of episodes ago when we talked about our adventures on the Presidential Traverse in the White Mountains in New
Yes.
Hampshire. We did a backpacking trip, and Bob was one of the people in our group. And Bob is a partner at Velocity Advisory Group. He works with Lori's husband, Dave, and he is a crazy adventurer. He does ultras. Now he's into like ice climbing,
Yeah, I think he's doing some ice climbing in Colorado.
yeah,
I
like
don't know if
so.
he's done it, going to do it, but it's coming up soon.
Yeah, and he does a ton of trail running. I think he was trying to bait us into doing some trail running. I was like, no, man, I can't. No. But this will be really cool because, not only is, Bob on the crazy spectrum when it comes to adventuring, but he's also such a kind and thoughtful and just unbelievably just really good person.
Yeah.
And so, we're gonna kind of come at him at a couple different angles in terms of, what how he picks his adventures, but then also like what's the mindset, and how can people get into this stuff? So
I'm curious to know too some of his favorite runs, and he cycles too.
he does.
He cycled from his house in Bucks County to our house.
That's a long way.
Yeah, he did that one day. And like Dave met him for a second. He took like some,
Bob's a little cray cray.
yeah, Bob's a little
So we're
crazy.
going to tap into that. We're going to tap into that one next week. But this week, we want you to go make mile 20 your bitch.
Peace out.